Hello students, I am Mr. Rohan Chokle, and today in this video lecture we are going to discuss the concept of priority queues. As in previous lecture we have discussed the concept of queue, circular queue, how to add an element, or we can say how to insert an element in queue, or how to delete an element from queue. That we have discussed all the things in previous lecture. Now let's start with the concept of priority queues. Priority queues. So name itself implies, so it has some priorities. So in case of priority queue, whatever elements are there in that queue, that each element has its own priority, and according to that priority, whatever elements are there in the queue are processed, or we can say the according to their priority we arrange the elements in queue, okay, for further process, maybe insertion and deletion. And based on that priority we have to follow some certain rules related to the queue. So what are the rules we have to follow in case of priority queue? Let's discuss that queues related to the priority. Just before starting with the rule, remember that in case of priority queue, each element has its own priority, and based on that priority the elements are arranged and they are used for further processing. Okay, so for processing we have to follow some rules. So what are the rules? So first rule, that okay, whatever element is there, okay, that element with the higher priority is processed before the element of lower priority, right? So whatever element is there, as I said, depending on the priority we do the processing. So simple, an element of higher priority is processed before an element of lower priority. So first rule we have to follow. So I will write over here, an element of higher priority an element with an element of higher priority is processed before any element, remember, before any element, okay, so before any element of lower priority. So this is the first rule that we have to follow. An element of higher priority is processed before any element of lower priority. So whichever elements having higher priority are processed first, and after that lower priority elements are processed. Now again question comes in mind, that what happen or what we have to do when the elements are there with the same priority. Right, as what we have discussed, higher priority elements are processed first. But what happens if the elements present in queue are of same priority? So again, for that also we have one rule. So what rule we have? Okay, so if the two elements or more elements with the same priority are there in the queue, then these elements are processed according to the order in which they are added to the queue. Simple. So if the elements are there with the same priority, then they are processed according to which they were added to the queue. So the way they are added and the same way they are processed. So I will write the second rule. So simple. So two elements with the same priority with same priority are processed according to the order can say order, to the order in which they were added to the queue. Okay, so this is the second rule that we have to follow. That is simple. The two elements with the same priority are processed according to the order in which they were added to the queue. So this is the case when the elements having same priority. If elements with the different priorities are there, then we have to follow the first rule. The higher priority is processed before any element with the lower priority. So these are the some basic rules which we have to follow in case of priority queue. Now, how to represent this priority queue? Okay, basically we can represent this priority queue with the help of linked list, and we can also represent this with the help of array. As we have not discussed the concept of linked list, so let's see how we can represent this priority queue with the help of array, or we can say array representation of priority queue. So here in this case, when we are going to represent this priority queue with the help of array, that time we have to use the two-dimensional array, right? So let's see. Array representation of priority. So let's see array representation of priority queue. Okay, so as we know that we are having the two pointers, or we can say two variables, front and rear. So basically front and rear specifies the position, okay, for deletion and insertion. Okay, so we know that front holds the location of front element from the queue, and rear hold the location of last element from the queue. And in case of queue, insertion takes place from rear end and deletion takes place from front end. That concept we already discussed in previous lecture. So here is same, we are using the two arrays. Okay, two arrays, one is for front and second one is for rear. Okay, so before that, just I will draw the array. One is there, or one is required for front and second is required for rear. So randomly I will draw, okay, array of size 4. Okay, so this is for, we can say this is for front, and I will draw the second array which indicates the location of rear element from priority queue. This is front array, this is a rear array. Again we have to give the indexing. So here in this case I will give the indexing from 1. Okay, this is the first index, second, third and fourth. Okay. So now what we have to do, we have to represent this priority queue elements in with the help of this array. So I will write elements. Suppose for example, as of now, just consider the elements. A is the first element with priority 1. Again just consider B is another element with the priority queue. Then we consider another element, suppose D, with priority 4. Okay, so A is element with priority 1, B is 2, B has second priority 2, and D has priority 4. Now again just whatever indexing we are giving, this indexing also indicates the priority. First priority, second, third, fourth. So whatever elements are there with the first priority will come over here. second priority will come over here, third and fourth same. Okay, so for that we have to write one two-dimensional array. So I will write one two-dimensional, we can say matrix. We have to draw one matrix. So here I will draw one matrix, two-dimensional array. So again we have to give the row and columns for this. This is a position. Okay, so this is a priority and this is a position. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to simply represent this ABCD in this priority queue, which is the array representation. Okay, so first, as I said, this is a priority, so A has first priority, so I have to write this A over here. We can write at first position, at second position. I will write, it depends on you. If I write A over here, you can write A over here, or at third position or fourth position. For as of now, I will write A over here. Okay, so there is only one element with priority 1, so which is at second position. So there is only one element, so front is also at second position and rear element is also at second position. So I will write front is 2 and rear is also 2, because only one element is there. Front is and rear are at same position. Now next B. Now B is again an element which has this priority 2, so it will come over here in the second. Okay, this, as I said, this indicates the priority, first priority, second, third, fourth. So B will come over here as I will write B over here, right? So B will come over here. So again only one element is there, so front is also 1, rear is also 1. Then for third, there is no element with the third with the priority 3, so it will come, or we can nil, or we can write 0 0 over here. Then again we are having the element D, which has a priority 4, so it will come over here, so I will write D over here. So what this D represents? Okay, so D is an element with the priority 4, so it is at third position, only one element is there, so we'll write front is 3 and rear is also 3. Now suppose I want to, so this is a simple representation of we can say array representation of priority queue. So this indicates the priority, this indicates the front element of priority 1, this indicates the rear element, or we can say position of rear element, simple. Okay, so okay, I will explain the same again. What this 1 2 3 4 represent? This represents the priorities. Front, what your front indicates? This front, this is an array which indicates the location of the front element. Rear indicates the location of rear element. Okay, so here 1 is a priority, so here only one element is there which is at second position, so front is also 2, rear is also 2. Same, B is an element which has the priority 2, so we have written that B in this row. So B is only one element which is at first position, so front is also 1, rear is also 1. Same in case of fourth, so same in case of D. So this is a simple array representation of priority queue. Okay. Now suppose I want to add one more element. Now suppose I want to add one more element C. Okay, so C, and suppose let's consider it has priority 2. So where we are going to add this C? Remember, C is the name of element and its priority is 2. So we have to add that element in the array with priority 2. So here, or we can say at the row which has a second priority. So this is the row which has the second priority. So we have to add this element in this row only. So we know that we have to add element from the rear end. So we have to increase the, so we have to add after B we have to add this C. So we have to add this C over here. Okay, as it has priority 2, so we have to add at a row which has the second priority. So this row has second priority, so we have added C over here. Now accordingly we have to make the changes in front and rear. Okay, so front remains as it is. As we have inserted one more element, so we have to increase the value of rear. Now instead of rear, so instead of pointing to the one, rear will point to the second location. Now here my rear will point to the second location. Okay, so this is simple. So if suppose if I add one more element, suppose E, which 2. Now where we are going to add this? This 2 will get added over here, and accordingly we'll change the value of rear. Okay, so we have added E over here because it has second 2 priority. So accordingly we have added to this row. Okay, so this is a simple array representation of priority queue. So here in this case, suppose here let's see our front. So just consider this case. Here in this case, our front is equals to rear is equals to 2. Okay, front is equals to rear is equals to 2. What indicates? It indicates that only one element is present at second position. What it indicates? Only one element at second position. Okay, and suppose if front is equals to rear is equals to 0, this case, what it indicates? It simply indicates queue is empty. So queue with the priority 3 is empty. It indicates empty queue. Okay, so simple. So this is a simple priority queue. Okay, what this indicates? This indicates that there are total 2 elements with priority 2. First element or front is at first position and rear is at second position, or first element present at first position and second element present at second position. Okay, so total 2 elements are there. Front is equals to rear is equals to 2, only one element. If front is equals to rear is equals to 0, what it indicates? Queue is empty. So this is a simple concept of priority queue. So what we have discussed till now? So in this lecture we have discussed simple priority queue. So basically what is priority queue? So in case of priority queue, elements have a priority, and according to their priority we arrange them in queue for processing. Okay, again we have to follow some certain rules in case of priority queue. First rule is that if element of higher priority, so elements are there, okay, as I said, elements are there with the different priorities. So in case of priority queue, an element of higher priority is processed before any element of lower priority. So in this case, this is in case when different priority elements are present. Suppose the element with the same priority, if queue contains the element with the same priority, then what happen? So in that case, what we have to do, that we have to process the elements according to the order in which they were added to the queue. Okay, so 2 elements, so what I have written over here, so 2 elements with the same priority are there, then they are processed according to the order in which they were added to the queue. Okay, so these 2 basic rules we have to remember while we are dealing with the priority queue. So then I have shown the array representation of priority queue. For that we require 2 queues, for that we require 2 one-dimensional arrays. One array is for front, second array is for rear. Front array indicates the location of front elements of respective priority queues, and rear indicates the rear location. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4. These indicates the priorities. Okay, so here I have shown one example. A is an element which has priority 1. So I have added over here, so only one element is there. So front and rear indicates to the second location. So I have written 2 over here. Then I have added two elements B and C which has the priority 2. So I have added that elements in the row which has the priority 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the priorities. So I have added B and C over here. B is the first element, C is the rear element. So front indicates 1, rear indicates 2. Then we are not having any element which has the priority 3. So 3 is simply blank. So for that we have written front is equals to 0, rear is equals to 0. And in case of D, it has the priority 4. So we have added that over here. So again only one element. So front and rear indicates 3, 3. Okay. So then we have discussed if front is equals to, so here in this case, if front is equals to rear is equals to 3, or we can also consider this case, front is equals to rear is equals to 3. So here front is equals to rear is equals to 2, and here front is equals to rear is equals to 3. What it indicates? Only one element, that is if front and rear both are same and which are not equals to 0. Remember, front is equals to rear which is not equals to 0. It indicates only one element is there, and if front is equals to rear is equals to 0, it indicates queue is empty. Okay, so I hope you understand this basic concept of priority queue. So we'll stop over here and we'll discuss the points related to the queue in the, we'll discuss the remaining points related to the queue in the next lecture. Okay, we'll stop over here.